The Owen James Report is brought to you by
Columbus Business Solutions, one provider, all the solutions.
I am Wayne Maxwell, owner of JMax Hair and Nail Club, and I'm all about my clients. I work in a fast-paced industry, and my previous internet provider was way too slow and unreliable. So I switched to Columbus Business Solutions, and their internet speed is amazing. It's really made my business more efficient. I can send email blasts with pictures and even graphics in seconds. I am Wayne Maxwell, and I use Columbus Business Solutions. Do you?
Columbus Business Solutions, one provider, all the solutions.
Good evening. This is the Owen James Report. The Jamaican government isn't commenting at this time on the impact of the death of Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez on the Petro-Caribe deal, a virtual lifeline for oil-starved Caribbean countries like Jamaica. Now, reliable sources such as Dr. Wesley Hughes estimate the positive impact of the Petro-Caribe deal on Jamaica's annual balance of payment at around $600 million. Hughes is currently head of Jamaica's multi-billion-dollar Petro-Caribe Development Fund. Now, a senior government official told the OJR that the government is opting to await the outcome of upcoming presidential elections in Venezuela before making any major comment on the Petro-Caribe deal. In the meantime, the Venezuelan stock market, which surged by 30% since the start of 2013, may slow down according to a leading international emerging market analyst. Win Thin, global head of emerging market currency strategy at Brown Brothers Harriman, notes that the political backdrop remains unsettled and cautioned against investors getting overly bullish on Venezuela after the death of Chavez. Now, since the late Venezuelan president announced his cancer diagnosis in June 2011, Venezuelan stocks soared, and last year, Venezuela's stock market surged 300%, making it the world's best performer. An attorney at law with a strong regulatory and enforcement background is now the new executive director of the regulatory agency, the Financial Services Commission. She's Janice Holness, a financial services regulatory attorney with over 16 years' experience in financial services regulation, spanning multiple jurisdictions. Now, she worked with the FSC within the period 2003 to 2011 and helped the FSC to stem the existing tide of unlawful financial operations and has led successful cross-border efforts to investigate and enforce actions against criminals specializing in financial crimes such as money laundering. Now, Ms. Holness succeeds Rowan Barnett, a former Wall Street executive who resigned last year March after serving 3 years as executive director of the FSC. On the foreign exchange market, the benchmark American dollar declined by 5 cents Jamaican, closing at an average selling rate of $97.16. The Canadian dollar slipped 1 cent Jamaican to close at $95.53. However, the British pound gained 35 Jamaican cents to close at an average selling rate of $148.72. News on the market now, as winners outperformed losers by better than 3-1. The stock market indices advanced for the second consecutive trading day this week. 27 stocks traded, with 17 advancing, 5 declining and 5 holding firm. Winners included Berger, Carreras, Denon Geddes, Grace Kennedy, JMMB, Lasco Manufacturing, Lime, Radio Jamaica, Sagicor Investments and Scotia Group. The losers included Access Financial Services, Honeybun and NCB. That's the Owen James Report. Good evening.
The Owen James Report was brought to you by
Columbus Business Solutions, one provider, all the solutions.